Hey guys, Jess here. I'm back with a 20-minute motivator tonight, and I have got piles and piles of stuff to deal with. I have been putting this off for some time. These are just purchases over the year that I've put on my project cart and I just haven't dealt with, and now I need to because I need my project cart. I have so much going on this year. I want to be able to actually use my project cart for projects. So, in order to do so, we need to take care of all of this. So, I hope you will grab a task of your own and join me, and let's get something done tonight, okay? So I'm going to set my timer, let's see, for 20 minutes. And here we go. All right. So, we are pretty much halfway through the month of January, a little over actually, I think. And how is it going for you all so far? And so far mine's been pretty good. I will say I just got over, or I'm actually still battling, being sick. So I'm sorry if I'm like a little sniffly or sound congested. I'm still working through that piece of it, so bear with me. So the last like week I've been sick, so I'm a little already behind on my, you know, recording and video schedule and so on and so forth. So I'm trying to play catch up here, and I have so much to do. Oh look, fun. Felicity Jane. I don't know if you got, you know, many of you know probably Felicity Jane went out or closed their doors. Hopefully to come back with something amazing because I love their designs, but I took advantage of their discount. So lots of fun stuff here. Oh goodness, I'm trying to think of how we want to divvy all of this out. So this is like a big box of fun that I purchased. All right, let's actually, before we dive into this, I think I'm gonna put, I've got some papers here I want to put away so I can make room on the side here. Anyways, so January so far has been pretty good, but you know, like I said, I was battling that sickness there. All right, so what's so far so good. Wyatt's been, he started basketball this past weekend, which is pretty exciting. It's just for, you know, I think kindergarten through 1st or 2nd grade, and they just do like drills and stuff. Nothing too crazy, but we did our first practice on Sunday, and that was a lot of fun. He did, you know, he did pretty good. He definitely has, the dribbling was really hard for him. So he's definitely gonna have to work on that, but it was so cute to watch. So cute to watch. So we'll be doing that every Sunday, which will be fun, and he really had a good time, which is, you know, the most important part of it all, right? That he had a good time. So, and let's see. Other than that, you know, it's been kind of nice being pretty low key since Christmas was so busy. So I will say that it's been kind of quiet, and I'm okay with that. I've been able to spend a lot of time in my space, which has been awesome. Got a lot of cleaning done, organizing, decluttering, and I've got my space almost ready for a room tour, which I'm super pumped about. Oh, I stocked up on these guys. I have so many now. I'm so excited. Love these. These are acetate pop-ins for when you do your 6x8 albums, so like out of the pocket stuff. The quality is so good. I'm sad that they are no longer, but I definitely bought enough to at least last me a year or two. These were on discount too. These are stamp sleeves, so that's awesome. I actually have some stamps to organize. So yeah, so I spent a lot of time in my space. My one little word this year is harmony, and I chose that word you know, on purpose, and it was, you know, because I just feel like there are areas in my life, or there's kind of all areas in my life where I could use some harmony or balance. And so part of that is taking time out for me, right? And I mean, I do it at night, don't get me wrong, but like on the weekends, you know, if the family's just bumming around, I come down here now where I never would have done that before because I would have felt guilty. But it's been so nice these past couple of weekends to be able to come down and spend a couple hours doing my own thing. Like it's been so wonderful. And so I feel like I'm kind of bringing some harmony and some balance in, right? Where my son can do his own thing, Joseph, Natalie can all do their own thing, and I'm doing my own thing, and everybody's content. You know, and I want to apply that to work and other areas of my health and wellness. And so it's been really good to have it be low key so I can really focus on that. So yeah, lots of initiatives and intentional, lots of initiatives this year for me, and I'm really focusing on goals. I started a planner this year, which was really exciting. That's new for me as well. I've tried a planner in the past, but to be honest, I never stuck with it. But then I've found the Passion Planner, and I've been scoping out some social media accounts. I have a friend that really encouraged me to try it, and I gotta tell you, it's kind of almost like a junk journal with a like, not that junk journals don't have a purpose, but like I kind of treat it like a junk journal, but it has all my important information in there too. So it's been kind of fun to combine the both. I've picked up reading again. I've started journaling again. So I'm really feel good about the start of this new year. And so also with that, I really hope to pour a lot more into this channel, and you know, I'd love to see it grow and bring out new content. And I really want to focus a lot of energy around product in your space and technique. And yeah, I have so many ideas, and I can't wait for, you know, to really just find that harmony, find that balance so that I can actually do it, you know? As you guys know, I only do this part-time, so I've struggled with finding that balance or harmony between home life, work life, and then my hobby. So I think I'm really starting to find that, which feels good. I have to say the key to it is really just scheduling, right? Like scheduling your life, like loosely scheduling. I'm not saying like, you know, there's no flexibility, but kind of having a rough plan or a draft of what your week looks like and seeing how you can stick to it. All right, do I want this? I'm going to put this in the stamps. And so far, now we're only 2.5 weeks in the month, mind you, but so far it's been working really well. So, and you know, it only can go up from here, right? As long as I continue to follow through and stay committed, which is key. So I want to hear from you guys. Like, you know, did you set goals for the new year? Do you have, you know, what's your plans? What are your crafty goals? What are your personal goals? What would you like to see from me for content in 2023? For those of you on Patreon, I did do a survey, and you guys gave me some wonderful answers and ideas of what you want to see, which I'm very thankful for and excited about the responses. But you over here on YouTube, I want to hear from you as well. Like, what do you want more of? What do you love? How can I help? What can I share with you? What can I show you? Because that's my favorite part, right? Is sharing and teaching and helping others. So that's why I started this. Like, I just feel like I have so much to share. So I want to hear from you. And how are you, if you did set some goals, like, how are you doing so far with them? Oh, I got some of these. Right? They say, what was the statistic? I think I read a statistic lately or recently that was something that, like, people, like, give up on their resolutions, like, within the first 2 weeks, I think, of the new year or something. And I've totally been in that camp. But something changed this year, and I was bound and determined to, like, not let that happen again. I just, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I think it was because 2022 was just, it was a wild ride. It was a rough year. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to take charge and make the changes, and, you know, only good can come from it, right? So there's that. And then, you know, I've got a lot of crafty projects in the pipeline this year. One tray down, yay. Well, some of it's still over here, but we're going to deal with that in a minute. So I've got, let's see, what am I doing this year? We've got the calendar that I've posted in the Facebook group. So if you haven't seen that yet, and if you haven't printed it out, make sure you do, so you can have it handy, because I am committed to sticking to that calendar for you all. But we've got, what do we got in the pipeline? But first we finish, which is, I'm making it a year-long project. It is the challenge for January, but me personally, I'm going to continue it throughout the year because I really have some albums I want to wrap up. But first we finish, which is the challenge of, you know, try to finish something old before you start something new, right? It doesn't mean you have to complete an entire album that's only just started, but do a layout, right? Do an old layout from an older project before you dive into a new one. So I'm working on Wyatt's 2021 album. That is my first project, but I also got Week in the Life 2022. I have just a little bit to wrap up in my December daily and my Thankful 30 that are also in that bucket. So those are my initial projects that I want to finish. I'm doing 52 weeks of Me, Myself, and I, which is, oh, these are really fun. Forgot I had these. Which is a combination of Heba's Me, Myself, and I, 52 Weeks of Me by Mojave, I think I'm saying that right. And I will link those below so you can check their Instagrams out. Then there is One Little Word that I'm rolling into that project as well. So all of those I'm rolling into one album calling 52 Weeks of Me, Myself, and I. So there is that. And then I've got 52 Weeks of Gratitude, so it's just a year-long gratitude journal. Kind of like Thankful 30, but stretching it all year long. And I do that as part of like my weekly journaling. I don't journal daily. I haven't got to that point yet. But I do, like, I've started to do like a self-care Sunday. So I come down here. Sundays usually you know, late morning after basketball practice or whatnot. And I do my planner, I do my journaling, I do my gratitude, and then I also try to get a me, myself, and I layout in if time allows me. It all depends on how quickly I can get it done. But, so there's that project. I'll go put these away and I'll be right back. Look at that. Tray number 2, empty. So then there is, I just have to say, I love these little zipper pouches. They fit kits in here almost perfectly. These kits, the papers, these 6x8 papers, they might actually, I think these are 7x8 papers from the Alley kits are just a little too wide, so I can't zip them closed. So I got scrapbook.com envelopes as well, which I love these too. They're a little thinner, but you can still get some bulk in there if you're careful. So this is how I'm keeping my kits together between these, either these for the smaller ones. So like the stories by month fit, and they come in like little smaller ones too, like this size. I just love these so much. So if a kit will fit in these, this is my preference, but then my backup is these envelopes here, which it looks like, you know, I might just have to trim these papers down a little bit because these are a little big. Bummer. I think I'm gonna have to do that. I do 6x8 anyway, so I can probably trim these down. And then I'll save these, I think, for paper person. Anyways, between the two envelopes, they work great for collections. Sorry, a little side note. So where was I? Me, myself, and I. Oh, look at that. 20 minutes is up already, guys. We're going to keep going because I'm almost done. But if you completed your project, pat yourself on the back. You're done. Go play. Or you can stick around and hang out with me while I finish up. All right. So yeah, Self-Care Sunday. So I do the me, myself, and I do the 52 weeks of me. Weeks of me, myself, and I. Goodness gracious, I can't talk. And then the 52 weeks of gratitude. So then I have a, let's see, does this work? I have a, perfect. I have a album I am doing. I am documenting Wyatt's type 1 journey. I'm really challenging myself with that album this year. It's a hard story to tell, but I think it's an important one to document. All the feelings, technology, medical advancements, all of the things. So I am starting that this year. I've also got a close group of scrappy friends where we're planning some trips. We're all across the United States. We live in different states. And we're planning some get-togethers, some trips. We do a lot of like virtual crops. And so I thought it would be fun to document all of our scrappy adventures in an album. So I've got that one. And then of course I'm doing Wyatt's, you know, the, not just Wyatt's, but the monthly stories for, you know, each family member. My husband and I have our own, like a together one, and then the kids each have their own. So I'm also going to be adding to those as well. There we go. That kit fits beautifully. Awesome, awesome. So we're going to do the same for these papers as well. These other ones fit so nicely. Oh, these are 6x6. So yeah, you know, to say the least, I got a lot going on for projects. And so my whole MO with this cart is to get it cleared off so I can actually start using those trays for each of my projects. because I think that would be nice just to like kind of grab and bring to my desk as I'm ready to work on them. So I think, you know, I think that's, well, of course, and then I'm doing the October daily, December daily, week in the life. I'm gonna do that again. I learned a lot. I really did love that project. I will say that I think I made it too involved. For whatever reason, that project felt a little overwhelming. I'm not entirely sure why, but so I think I'm going to definitely simplify it this year. But I still want to do it because I think it is a really awesome project. I love kind of capturing, you know, a week in our life, right? Because you think about it, like looking back 5-10 years down the road, like it'd be kind of cool to see, you know, a glimpse into the past and what you used to do during the week in the summer. So, I don't know. I just think it's a really cool project. So I think I'm going to simplify it a little bit, but I'm definitely still going to participate in that as well. Yeah, and then I said October daily, December daily. I think, oh, this one's going to be a little tricky to trim down. I think those are my projects. So it's stacked. I mean, I'm definitely not trying to minimize how many projects I have on my plate. But I would love to hear if you guys also have a lot of projects. So, you know, what are you committing to? What are you wanting to complete this year? Do you have some, but first we finish, projects lined up? Are you just doing that challenge for the month of January? Or are you going to kind of make it an initiative all year long? And let's see. I just want to hear all the things, you know, what you have going on, or what do you hope to accomplish? Are you participating in any of the Alley projects or the Heba projects, or is there another like project, scrappy project that you do? I would love to hear of any new ones. You know, the ones I know are pretty mainstream, but if there's any other scrappy projects or challenges you participate in, definitely comment below. I'd love to hear what you do. Let's see. And then of course I have organizing that, you know, I'm wondering, I think I want this in here because it'll be easier to see, and we'll save the zipper pouches for actual kits. I think, yeah. So of course we got craft room organization. I've been trying out some new systems, some new products. I want to give those a whirl, and I like to give them a test run, a trial run, you know, before I bring it to you guys. Make sure, you know, it works for me. I also I do want to do, I'm committed to doing a lot more stamping this year, which is something I have a ton of stamps, and yet I don't use them. Wonder why this was in its own wrapper. And so I'm committed to using my stamps more. And I think with the different formats I'm doing, different projects I'm doing, that will be much easier. I'm making it a point to do that. Ooh, it's a brand new year. I feel like I want to, actually, I'm going to keep this because I feel like I want to add that to my Me, Myself, and I album. That's super cool. I didn't even know I had this. Look at that. We're going to put that over there. All right, this is, stories by the month. So I have I got things all mixed in. Perfect. I have a drawer, so we're going to add this guy to this. So I've been trying to find a storage solution for my 6x8s or my smaller papers, and so I really think these scrapbook.com folders are a win. They do come in bigger sizes, like 7x10, so if I had bought the bigger sizes, I wouldn't have had to trim these down. But again, I'm really big into like the smaller format scrapping anyway. I do 9x12s, but that's typically what I use my 12x12 kits for. All of this I use for my 6x8 and smaller formats, so that trimming down was fine. Let's see here. I have, where are my stories by the month? Yep. As you can see, I'm already plumb full here in this in this drawer. So I have these clear drawers from these are from Michaels. They come in 3s and they're 12 inches square, and I found these to be perfect for collections. So I am going to think, if I can, I think I have January already. Oh, that's May. I think I have a January folder, but oh, I need to take the stamps out because I keep those somewhere else. That's November. October. I was like combining these so that I didn't have as many envelopes. I think that's... Oh, this is story. The next thing I should do is probably label these. As you can see, labeling is uber important. So I think what I'm going to do is for now, I am going to plop these in here. And then I will reorganize them and make sure I have the months together. So these kits I use, I'm going to plop this under here. These kits I use for like my monthly stories, but I also am using it for me, myself, and I, or, these are so versatile. I love these kits. They're so versatile. So, all right, so there's that. I think that's the only one there. So I got all these bits and pieces nice bundled up, and then I just put it back in the drawer, which is, I love it. So far, I am loving that system. And then the same goes with the rest of the kits that aren't monthly. So I have this Seek kit here. So this is just an Alley kit drawer, not the monthly drawer, just and I got a couple of Cocoa Daisies in here as well. So this is all one kit. So I just saw it said May. I'm like, oh, should that go in my monthly? But no, that's all one kit. I remember what that is now. So these are all the Alley kits that I have. I did subscribe to the monthly. I really liked that. But now that I have all 12 months, I stopped to that so I can use what I have. And then I do buy the kits when they're on sale. I don't mind buying older ones. They're usually a great deal. So I just wait till the sales and then I snag up a couple kits every sale. And then this year I'm doing Paper Person and I'm doing Heidi Swap Stop the Blur for subscriptions. So I'm really excited to get both of those. They just released their January collections, so can't wait to see those. Super excited. All right, these are all Paper Person. So I am going to get another envelope here, plop those in, and see, those fit perfectly. These are just some random papers that I got from a grab bag, so there's no rhyme or reason to them. So I'll just mark them as paper person and we'll call that good. And then we have, okay, these will go in the Christmas drawer. Some more dividers. Ooh, we're making progress, gang. We are making progress. So we're even able to free up a couple of zipper pouches, which is awesome. All right, so now we've got Project Life cards. You know, I do want to hear from you about Project Life cards because I have so many, and I don't do as much Project Life as I probably should, but with the yearly albums, I do have those inserts. But I was just like, how do you organize them? Because mine are kind of a hodgepodge. There's some collections, but I do organize them by color. Do you pull a kit together? Or do you keep your collections together? Or when you go to plan page, do you just go through and pick out the cards you want? I'm just curious like how you handle your Project Life cards. I'm going to go get my container. So I have, this one is like plumb full. I don't even know if I'll be able to get, oh, I can. So I'm just going to sit these in front. This will be another 20-minute motivator to organize them. But look, like I literally do not need any more. Plus I have a bunch of Project Life cards that are all in the Alley Kids. So I really need to get working on my monthly stories so I can work through these. But I would love to hear, you know, how you decide on what cards to use. I do have 2 more of those containers, but I was hoping to use them for different organization. Haven't really gotten to that yet, but I have some ideas, so I'm testing those out. So, I mean, in theory, I could, add more Project Life cards, but I think I'm gonna hold off for now. All right, we've got our stamp packages and our stamps. They're gonna go in our bin, and I think we are good. All right, 2 trays tackled tonight. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for joining me in this 20-minute motivator. Well, probably more like 40-minute motivator at this point, but that's the whole point, right? You get started, you get motivated, you get stuff done. So I hope you accomplished something as well. And again, I'll have links below in some of the stuff I shared with you today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great night. Bye.